Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to the video. Today's vehicle is a 2014 Dodge Caravan. This thing has been used hard and is absolutely filthy inside and out, and even comes with a snack for later. Alright, so besides the half-eaten cheeseburger, the inside of this van is pretty gross as there's all kinds of food crumbs, drink spills, and nasty grimy areas like the center console and cup holders, and the rear ones are even worse. And if that's not enough, the seats are dirty and full of food crumbs too. Between all the grime and dirty carpets, the whole van is in need of some serious deep cleaning. Now, taking a quick look at the exterior, and thankfully it's a little better off, but there's still a good amount of dirt all around the vehicle, especially on the back end. So I'll still be getting this van looking its absolute best today. But just before we jump into the video, take a second and make sure you're subscribed to the channel and that you've got the bell on too so you don't miss out on future videos like this one. Alright guys, well, you've seen just how bad this van is, so you know the transformation on this one's going to be epic. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so getting started on the pre-wash rinse here, and you guys probably noticed that I was finally able to wash outside again. It's been pretty chilly most mornings over the past few weeks, but all the snow is melted now. The sun was shining, and I think it was about 10 degrees Celsius when I started, so I'll definitely take advantage of that and spend some time outside. Now, with a vehicle that's a little bit cleaner on the outside than what I usually see, it really doesn't change the process for me at all. I'm still going to go through all the steps I usually do, including making sure the wheel wells are sprayed out really well, spraying off the underside, and making sure the wheels and tires are rinsed really well. But it definitely does allow me to move through each step a little bit quicker than normal, which when I'm dealing with a big vehicle like this van and knowing how much time that interior is going to take, it's definitely a nice way to start things off. Now, for all the dirty door jambs on this van, the easiest way to get those clean is to spray them out with the pressure washer. And like I've said before, this really shouldn't be something you're afraid to do, as if you're careful with the wand and spray at a high angle, you can safely do this without soaking the interior. And as you'll see, there's only a couple drops of water that even hit the sill plate. Moving to the wheels, and as usual, I'm using some Meguiar's non-acid wheel and tire cleaner, but did have to grab my smaller Speedmaster brush as this wheel had pretty tight clearances around the brakes, so it fits everywhere it needs to and still lets me clean the barrels. So if you guys are curious where you can get one of these brushes, the link is in the description, and not only are they good for wheels, but they work great for engine bays as well. Alright, so with the vehicle dry now, I'll turn to the couple of dirty floor mats and start by pre-treating them with some carpet solution, which is diluted 20:1 as it comes in a concentrate, and letting it soak for a few minutes. I'll then hit it with the drill brush to loosen everything up, and then blasting it with the pressure washer really does make quick work of it. You guys can see the amount of dirt in these mats, so when I know they're really dirty, I'll generally opt for the pressure washer as it's far quicker, but also does a much better job than extracting ever could. Now moving to the interior, and having seen Caravans before, I know the second row seats have to come out because there's guaranteed to be dirt and grime that I wouldn't otherwise be able to get to. So I'll quickly get those out and then give you a quick peek at what we're dealing with just before I start on vacuuming. Starting on the seats, as I'll typically work my way top down with vacuuming, and one thing you always want to do on seats is really stretch out the seams because that's where all the dirt likes to collect. And you can kind of see it here, but these seams were pretty full, so it's important to get it all out now so it doesn't plug up the extractor later on. Now vacuuming the strip of carpet right next to the sliding doors, and this is a perfect example of why the door sill plates should always be popped off, as there was tons of dirt and debris hiding underneath it that would have otherwise been missed. It's a super quick thing to do and is also going to make extracting easier later, as I can get at the entire carpet. Now with the vehicle at least clean enough to be inside and sit in, I'll quickly go around with a boar's hair detail brush to agitate in and around all the cracks and crevices. And if you guys haven't grabbed a set of these detail brushes yet, I highly recommend that you do, as they are an absolute game changer. The link is in the description for you. Alright, so starting on extracting the seats, as they take the longest to dry, and with these seats being black, they really don't look dirty, but knowing how gross the rest of the interior was, it's a pretty safe bet that these are really dirty too, and the black fabric is just hiding it all. Here's a quick before and after on this seat, and not the biggest change since they're black, but it definitely does look better. Now working on this section of carpet, and you can see that there was something that was really stuck in there and wasn't picked up with the first pass, so I ended up needing to add more solution and really scrub it to get it loosened up. I'm not sure what it was, but I was able to get it all out after making quite a few passes. Now for any of you out there who enjoy seeing dirty carpets get extracted and you find that relaxing or satisfying, make sure you check out the second channel, the Detail Geek 2, if you guys haven't yet, as I've got a bunch of videos over there that you guys would love, including a floor mat cleaning video I posted a few days ago that's super relaxing. Now up here in the driver's footwell where the footrest is carpeted and is usually filthy, it takes a ton of passes to get it clean, but it also helps having the trim pieces removed so I can get full access in the corner as the extractor would never fit otherwise. and I couldn't ever imagine leaving that area dirty just because I was too lazy to take the 2 seconds and remove that trim piece. Here's all the dirty water sucked out of this van, and despite the seats and carpets not looking all that bad, the color of the water clearly says otherwise. Alright, so moving to one of the grosser areas in the van, and you guys can see there's some sort of mystery liquid spilled in here and some kids' artwork. So using the steamer, APC, and a detail brush, I can get everything loosened up pretty quickly, so I can just wipe it clean with a microfiber towel. But for the ink, it's a little more stubborn, so I tried just with the steamer a few times, but it really wasn't budging until I got the brush attachment, and after going over it several times, I did manage to get it all removed. So like I've said before, if you guys are in the market for a steamer, I definitely recommend you check out this McCulloch MC1375 steamer. The link is down in the description for you, along with nearly every other product and tool that I use in these videos. Alright, with everything clean now, I'll start on getting all the plastic and trim dressed and UV protected, and for that I'm using 303's Aerospace Protectant, which is going to dry it to a nice matte finish and leave the interior looking amazing for about 4 to 6 weeks. Now moving back outside, and after spraying on some quick detailer for lubricant, I'm using my detailing clay to gently remove any surface bonded contaminants from the paint, such as tar, iron contamination, road grime, tree sap, that sort of thing. And after every section I do, I simply knead the clay to a clean section and continue using it, although eventually I will have to toss it once it's too full of gunk. Alright, so to boost the gloss of this paint and get some protection down, I'm using my Meguiar's synthetic sealant, and one of the things I really like about this stuff is how I'm able to apply it to the entire vehicle at one time and then remove it when it's hazed over in about 20 minutes, whereas with some waxes, you need to remove it much sooner and have to work a couple sections at a time. Not to mention, it really doesn't require much effort to remove. Now to dress the tires, I'm using CarPro Pearl, which is water-based and won't sling on the paint, and then I'll quickly just wipe off any overspray off the rim. Alright guys, and 14 hours later, this van is completely transformed and looking incredible. It's ready to get trashed again. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Enjoy the guitar outro, and I'll see you guys in the next one.